Hello and welcome back to another weekly vlog. If you're new here, my name is Alex. I'm 35 years old. I'm a New York City transplant living in Brooklyn, New York to be specific. And I like to use this channel as my creative outlet to share about all the things I'm loving in the city lifestyle, food, wine, coffee, things that I'm passionate about, and whatever else I have going on. If you watched last week's vlog, I was celebrating my birthday, going out with friends, hosting here at my place. One of my friends was in town. And then to end the week, I met with someone you've seen on this channel before. If you've been here, my friend Rose, we went to Cafe Mogador down in Williamsburg. On Saturday, I was out for a long walk downtown, well, not downtown, I guess in the Village, and stopped at Edith's. I've had them in Brooklyn, but this is my first time having the Village location. I always get the bacon, egg, and cheese with latke on the Chicago everything. That's my order. Did some adulting, picking up packages and groceries, and I also hung out with my friend Lacey just to grab some Thai down the street from my house, really impromptu. So today is going to be a little bit focused on some spring in New York activities, so let's get into it. Alrighty, hello and welcome back to another vlog. I am picking up literally on a Saturday. We're gonna spend some time together at one of New York City's newest retail destinations, Printemps, or Printemps. I'm not certain how to pronounce that in French. I need to work on all my French pronunciations because I'm heading to France again soon. But actually, low-key, my French accent, which is like a really important part of the pronunciation and the language, is actually fairly good, if I do say so myself. But I've gotten a lot of compliments about it. I wouldn't just say so myself. So yeah, I admittedly have not vlogged this week. And I was like, I've been wanting to go to this store, so why not spend this week's vlog in this store? So Printemps, which means spring in France, is now open in New York City. If you're around the city or if you keep up with city news, you probably heard a lot about it. It's a department store. I guess they don't want to be called a department store, but it is a department store. It's down on 1 Wall Street, which is where I am right now, near the stock exchange and everything. So yeah, I guess they want to be close to the money, which is a wise choice as a retail store. But they also have some dining destinations, including a coffee shop called Café Jaloux, I think it's called. So I'm gonna go get some coffee, a pastry, make my way around the store a little bit, and then just see where the day takes me. But just wanted to get my eyes on this spot. It's like, they have some really good ads running on social, and I was interested, and then I saw a couple people that I know going, and I was interested, want to check it out. So let's go in. I'll turn this camera around so you guys can see the front, and we'll get into it. So this is actually the front. I was filming on the side, I realized later, but I made it in, and there was a flower wall, I'm pretty sure, for pictures and things up in the front. They probably had it as like a step and repeat when folks were coming in for like a private invite. I'm sure they probably had like a friends and family and invite only opening to this, but it's very springy, which is very appropriate. I love that they're opening this week. They were definitely not 100% ready based on like the outside of the store, some of the stuff that was going on, some of the things that aren't open, but I think they just wanted to commit to a store that's named Spring, being open right when the spring equinox happens. I was looking at the design and I wanted to say it was like more leaning into maximalism and this time, which it definitely is, but thinking about a retail space, there's a lot of spaces that are very photo friendly and very experiential. Like if you're into experiential marketing and things of that sort, it's very much on that wave. And then I went over to the cafe. Okay, so looking at this menu, they have a gianduja mocha and a gianduja hot chocolate, which is basically hazelnut chocolate. Gianduja is Nutella, okay? And they have a gianduja mocha, and I'm tempted to try it. So as I was standing in line, I noticed they had all of these books from Chef Gregory Gourdet, who I'm familiar with from, I think it's Top Chef. And I think he walked up next to me to kind of like take a peek when I was standing there because he looks kind of familiar. And it was probably just him, but he's opening up a restaurant next door called Maison Passerelle. That's not open just yet, which is probably why they have his books here. But I think there's different chefs that are involved with the pastry in this cafe, which is really good. That is the guava pastry that I got. I got 2 coffees and 2 pastries just for me because I was like trying stuff. So y'all know what the deal is when y'all go, you know? Then I headed upstairs to check out everything. I thought there was going to be many more floors. I thought this store was much larger than it actually is, and not complaining, just an observation. But went on to the second floor. It's like, you know, gallery floor. So there's also a restaurant concept on this floor with like a really beautiful bar, as well as some table seating. I didn't even take a look at their menu. I think they kind of offer champagne out of a cart on the side that I saw there, if you want to like walk around and shop with a drink, as some do. And then after I kind of took a peruse around one side, I went over to the beauty section. I was really wanting to go smell some fragrances, see what they kept in stock, and just take a look around and enjoy some smell goods. I will say I was surprised by the size of the selection of fragrances, but it made sense with, I guess, the size of the store. But their beauty section could actually fit more, in my opinion. It is very beautiful. Down this hall is basically the beauty section, and it's more beauty stuff like after this point, and the fragrances are before, and there's another counter before them. But they did have this line of Givenchy fragrances that I really, really love, and I've only seen before in Nordstrom flagship here in the city. Of course, you can get them online, but I didn't see them on display in Bergdorf's when I went in, from what I remember. They also had another great niche fragrance called BDK. I've smelled some BDK and sampled some of them. I really want to commit to a larger size of them. But when I did the sampling, I feel like I didn't order the right things, so I need to try again. Of course, some Guerlain and some other really great selections. And there was also a counter that was like full of salespeople and people, so I didn't even make it over there to see what was there. But that's basically the second floor, and I think a couple more pieces are going to open up from there. Alrighty, Printemps is done. I was very shocked to leave there and see a line of like 100 people lined up outside to get in, which is crazy work. Now, I do realize I checked the time when I went in. I got there 10 minutes after they opened, so I was able to just walk in. The cafe was full by the time I went to, the cafe was like pretty much full. Like, people had put their stuff down to walk around the store and then come back in the cafe, which was really weird, especially for it having only been open for 10 minutes. But I was able to cop a seat, and I had some great conversation with some folks who were checking the place out while I enjoyed some coffee. I got 2 coffee drinks and 2 pastries. It's my first time there, just testing some stuff out so I can report back to you all. I ate the guava pastry, which was really good, and I ordered the gianduja mocha with the coconut milk as they recommend it. Can't recommend it. I could not recommend it after having it. Didn't love it. It's very thin. Just like coconut milk is just like more watery than like an actual milk. And when I think of a mocha, I think of something rich in texture, rich in flavor. And maybe it wasn't made right. They're kind of just getting started. But I didn't love it. So I also ordered a regular latte. And that was absolutely fine. I did enjoy the guava pastry, and I also got a plain croissant just in case things went left with the guava pastry. But actually, it was a success. So now I just have a croissant in my purse to have tomorrow with breakfast, I guess. So yeah, the store is very maximalist. I'll do some voiceover to kind of describe it while the B-roll plays instead of trying to describe it walking down the street. But I don't know. So after that, I headed up to the Upper East Side. I had heard about the Fragrance Foundation Fragrance Day event that was happening on the Upper East Side, but when I got there, there was a line, so I waited for about 10 minutes, and I was like, well, I give up because I'm not great with lines, and then ended up walking through Central Park and seeing if the cherry blossoms were out. Some of them weren't bloomed, but then I found a single tree of cherry blossoms that was bloomed, and it's really warming up here in New York, very spring-like. I'm very much looking forward to it. That brings us to the end of this week's vlog. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And I hope to see you all here next Sunday. Bye.